chaos on wheels at its finest. So I didn't get any of this on film because it was a bit happening at the time. But so Jamo rides this little trike around. Anyway, I just happened to be unpacking the car, which is there, unpacking the car and getting stuff organised, and just behind this fire drum here, it's a bit of a dam and it sort of fills up with water. So yeah, that is obviously within the last few days. That's just the water's just come up come out of nowhere because of obviously all the rain we've had. And sure enough, I see just out of the corner of my eye, I see this yellow thing, and Jamo's bike is there on its side, and then here he is up the side of the water here, and I didn't see him nick off, but yeah, he's bloody in the water. And anyway, I said to him, "Are you wet?" And he told me no, because just didn't want to get into trouble. And I'd seen it all down his pants were all wet, his boots filled up with water, and yeah, so love that. So I had to rush him into the camper and get him dry and whatnot. So now Daryl's gone to K-Hub in Leongatha to go and get him another pair of boots, because these boots are completely saturated and we're just trying to dry them out a bit. We got these cute little outfits. We got these like waterproof. They're called raincoat. So we got him a pair of those. Like, they're like almost little waders for kids. Post a bit of a link below, because I couldn't buy any from Kmart or Aussie Disposals. Had them on special and I couldn't buy anyway. Anyway, I did some research and had a look at some other companies, and yeah, raincoat come out. So I tried to buy some on Facebook Marketplace as well, but they didn't have the size that I wanted. They had a size 2 for Hendrix, but they didn't have anything for Jamo size. So I was sort of like, oh, what do I do here? So in the end, we ended up buying them a pair. So I would say if we start to go through those a little bit, having to wash them all the time and whatnot, which you've only got to hose them off and hang them up, so it's not going to be so bad. Think we need another pair, we'd probably get another pair for them. So yeah, they're pretty cool. I've got little stirrups on the end. Coat's all wet, so I've got that hanging up drying. Kids have been a bit full on this afternoon, so we're just trying to roll with the punches for the minute. Hendrix hasn't been that well. Jamo hasn't been well in fairness either, just coughing and carrying on, but Jamo seems to be coughing more when he's out in the cold weather. But Hendrix is coughing more than normal now.
Not very well, eh, buddy? Generator's a bit loud just because of where we've got it. And just wanted an easy tea tonight, so it's running. Sorry, neighbours. There's nearly no neighbours. Just his parents up the top, and they're okay with it. So we're supposed to have the girls this weekend too, but that's not happening because we don't want them to get sick. She's doing a great job. Fantastic job. How's it going out here?
Yeah, going.
Just saying that you're doing an amazing job. Don't get recognised enough. Keep it all together.
Try. Whoa, oh, yucky. Quick, Jam, can you get me a wipe?
Yep.
Quick.
Wait.
Quick. Thank you. Yes, not 100%. Neither is my Jamo. Still sick.
Mum,
Yes.
I told camera.
Yeah, thanks for coughing all over my camera.
Why?
Wow, you don't cough on the camera. Yucky. You gotta cover your mouth when you cough, remember? Boy.
Like what?
Yeah. You're gonna wipe it. Thank you. Thanks, mate.
We really can't make this shit up. I won't believe this. So we're obviously staying at our family farm. So on the family farm, there's 4 cows. They're my parents' cows. Anyway, I happened to go for a walk up up our little driveway as such. So I'll just turn the torch on so you can see. So I'm going for a walk up our driveway, if you can see that. Anyway, so halfway up the driveway, I just happened to take the dogs for a walk and I see a fresh cow turd. And I was like, wow, there's been no cows in here for the last 2 weeks. So where has that come from? So I happened to walk up further, and just up the corner over there, there is some agapanthus. Anyway, there was another turd right where the agapanthus are. And I just was like, you're kidding. I fed the cows earlier today, and then like got on with my life, left the front gate open, whatever. Anyway, I just happened to be like walking, take the dogs for a walk, seeing the cow turds, and then I just happened to turn and look, and this fence is like half drooped, half down. So I'm like, well, clearly they've jumped over it, because like I have not seen a cow turd up this track for the last 2 weeks. So clearly something shonky has happened. And sure enough, the cows had gotten out. Thankfully they didn't go out on the road. There's 4 of them, so because the gate was wide open, so I don't know if someone ushered them back in or what's happened. Anyway, I just was like panic button. I was like, oh, the cows have gotten out. I haven't seen them all afternoon since I've been back. So I literally did a whole walk of the whole, like, this property is almost 10 acres. I literally did a freaking whole sweep of this whole property where they are. And like I went around the whole edges and I'm yelling out like, come on boys, come on boys. Anyway, I'm like, you're kidding, the dogs come with me. We couldn't find them. And I was on the phone to Daryl and I just panicked. I was like, the cows are gone. Like, the cows are out. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, now I gotta make the dreaded phone call to my parents and say, oh, by the way, the cows got out while I was supposed to be looking after them. Panicking, walking back to the camper, because I'm like, I'm making that dreaded phone call. And I just said to Daryl, you won't believe this. And I'm like, I just happened to see a set of eyes really quickly. And then I was like, you're kidding. So then anyway, I walked up, there's like a dam at the back of the house. It's empty. But I had to walk around the edge of the dam near the next neighbour's property starts. There's like a fence there. They were literally huddled in the corner. And I just was like, you are kidding. Like, you are actually kidding. So anyway, moral of the story, found the cows. Now I have to fix said fence with my trusty splitter and my star picket that is just there. So let's just see how this goes. So update on the fence. I have fixed it with what I have like available to me. I think I have fixed it, but not really fixed it. It's just a half-assed job for now until my father comes and fixes the fence. Hang on. Mum's put you in the wrong belt.
Why?
Because Mum's mum.
Mum?
Yeah.
Mum? Mum? You, Mum?
Me?
Yeah.
What'd I do wrong?
Can't bloody get it.
None of that. Mum? None of that.
Now, her nana's holding us up. Otherwise, I'll sit in the back.
No, it's alright. Bloody try that.
It was a bit slippy and slidey up that track.
I reckon a little
Yeah.
bit. Your mum nearly fell over.
I fell on my ass.
Did you just walk up? Oh! I nearly had it on my ass. Beep, beep.
Oi, Nana.
Hello. Yeah, they're not a bad little inverter.
Who's that? Oh, yes, hey, Jameson.
So, we've just done a thing.
So we have got a storage box,
Which is full of stuff.
got maxi tracks. We've got 4 lithium batteries, but 2 of them are not ours. And we've got, what was that thing up the top there?
A solar blanket.
Solar blanket. We've got like a heaps of stuff in the storage box, and we got a recovery kit as well. So we've got a bit on.
That is the sound of a child that is
Crook.
going round second time.
Yeah. Sure is.
So we've just spent 3 hours down at urgent care because of a phone call to nurse on call. Just in regards to Jamo's high temps, just keeps going up. But that one making all the noises, the other one.
Yeah.
So I got sick and I ended up with tonsillitis,
Yeah.
but didn't have a cold, so come back negative for COVID, influenza, and RSV. At the same time, Jamo got RSV from kinder, and then
In the middle of all that, Hendrix got positive for RSV as well.
Because, yeah, and then Pa somehow got influenza A, random, and then now the boys have got it.
And now the boys have got it. So Jamo ended up with a temperature of 41.8 at 3 o'clock this morning. We were able to get his temperature down, thankfully. So we got that down, and then literally over the course of the day, his temperatures have been high, but they haven't been like 40 degrees high. They've been sitting at that, anywhere between 38, and close to 40. But this afternoon he had a temperature of over 40, and we think that he may have had a cerebral convulsion. He's had one in the past, well, nearly 2 in the past, we can say. When he had pneumonia,
12 months ago?
No, it'd be longer than that. It'd be like 1.5 to 2 years ago now,
really?
I reckon. Yeah, it'd be at least 1.5 years. Well, at least 1.5 years
Feels
ago.
like only yesterday.
He had pneumonia. He ended up in hospital, and because he had a cerebral convulsion, we ended up actually ringing an ambulance. So he had a cerebral convulsion today. As he was having the convulsion, I rang nurse on call, which was probably a bad move. I probably should have just rang 000, but I rang nurse on call, and she was like, "Nah, and he was awake by that point. It's like, "Nah, I reckon he just had a convulsion." So I rang nurse on call. They said, "Nah, you take him straight to urgent care." But she said, she told me don't ring an ambulance because he was alert, and he was talking to me, and he seemed okay. So she said, as long as you have someone with you, which unfortunately I didn't, so I just had to send it straight to Langaffer. And yeah, so they say he could have potentially had a cerebral convulsion. They can't actually confirm that because they say I wasn't there. And his temperature's, of course, dulled down because he's been on Panadol and Nurofen for the last, however many hours. So, of course, I got him there at, 5:15, I think it was. His temperature was already back to normal, and he was walking around and he was fine. He was his happy self, basically. So yeah, but they did an ultrasound, and after being in there for 2 hours, an ultrasound, and yeah, he has got a bit of an infection on both of his lungs, but it is not enough to actually put him into hospital. So just another round of antibiotics for 5 to 7 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we're at. So, and Hendrix's influenza A, I would assume influenza A positive. I have not even tested him because I'm like, there is no point, because I would assume he's got it because they're sleeping right next door to each other. And our bed is stripped because Hendrix just started to take a shit this morning, and it went everywhere, all over our bed. So I had to strip the bed this morning, all amongst the influenza, infection chaos that's happening over the other side of the camper there. But yeah, but I also want to, what would you call it, an argument, a constant disagreement that we're having with people, is people think that that living in this camper trailer, we are cold because it's canvas, and that's why the kids are getting sick. The kids are getting sick because A, Jamo currently still goes to kinder. B, it is the middle of winter, yes, and everybody is catching everything. We didn't even know that, Pa had influenza A. We went around there, then he tested positive for influenza A. Okay, someone was
White's
guaranteed.
carer was COVID positive,
yeah, exactly.
So we didn't catch that one.
We didn't catch that, exactly. White's carer was COVID positive. It is what it is. But the argument I want to settle is people are saying that our camper trailer is cold because it's canvas, and the kids are constantly getting sick because it's cold. Not when this is telling me it is 20.3 degrees in here. You can't tell me that we're cold when we have a diesel heater that is running constantly, all night. During the day, it's warm enough in here that we don't have it running. But
we have it running until at least 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Have it running until 10 o'clock in the morning, but we are not actually getting cold in here. Look, I'm currently in a t-shirt right now,
and I'm
because
cooking.
It's nice, and Daryl's in a jumper because he's cooking. It is nice in here, literally. 20.3 degrees it is in here currently.
And we've only been in here, only been home for 20 minutes.
For 20 minutes. So people can't tell me that the kids are constantly getting sick because we are in canvas and it's in the middle of winter and it's cold. We understand that, yes, it's in the middle of winter, but people also have to understand there is shit going around at the moment. Everybody is getting sick. So, of course...
This is the
Yeah, and then here we go. So
Here's
if you
what
can
the
read that.
heater's running at.
The heater is literally running at, what, 27 degrees?
That's house temperature, is 27 degrees.
Yeah.
And its internal like vent temperature is 143.
Yeah.
And we're on the minimum setting because we're hot.
Yeah. So, and now it's raining.
And that's raining. So
And now
we're
it's
selling
raining.
our point here.
We're selling our point here. The kids are not getting sick because they're cold. And if they do go outside, they're not just in shorts and a t-shirt, but they literally got long sleeves on and a jumper and a coat and a beanie. We do not let the kids go outside cold. We don't purposely let them get wet. And because that's why we bought the raincoat, like overalls as well. Like if they do go out in the mud, if they do go out in puddles,
They eat in the
like
camper half
they
the time.
eat in the camper half of the time. We've got a little fire out here. We stoke the fire up. They sit out here. Like we are not cold out here, and this is what's really getting to us because like we feel like we're bad, irresponsible parents, and it doesn't matter. It's the winter. A lot of stuff is going around right now. A lot of bugs, and it does not help that kinder going to the park. Or anything, like going to the supermarket, you're gonna catch something. People sneeze, they cough, they touch stuff. The kids are they're completely they're a petri dish of diseases. Like they just pick up stuff and they put it in their mouth. They put their fingers in their mouth.
It didn't help when I seen Cheeky playing with a wheelchair and then the weight, the scales, it was the urgent care, the bar that you hang on to when you're getting on the scales. Cheeky's doing these ones.
Exactly. So
On
people,
the grip.
so kids get sick, people get sick. Like they just have to really understand that. Like yes, we are in a camper trailer in the middle of winter, but we are not cold. We more so get annoyed because like we feel like we're being judged. Like yes, a lot of people are judging us because they're like, oh, why don't you just get a house and why don't you do this, why don't you do that? Well, that's not what we want to do. There is no houses around here anyway, and if we do get a house,
Victoria.
like Victoria is a shithole. Like I can't say anything good about it at the moment, but
Tell them about what the urgent care told us.
to the urgent care, and literally they told us between the hours of 11 p.m. and 8 a.m. Don't even go there. And we're like, why? And they said because there is actually no doctor on site. They have to call them in. So they literally got no one. And then they said if...
So they only call it in if it's deemed... They only call
urgent.
a doctor in if they deem it urgent by the triage. Said, next time you have a problem with your kids, don't come back here. Literally, he said this because there's no paediatrician. So he said go to Terrelgan, go to Warrigal, or go to Casey.
Like, that's pretty bad for a local doctor to be saying that. At least he's honest. But if a local doctor is saying that, there's a problem. Like, right now, we're just stuck in a bit of a rock and a hard place. Surviving? Like, we're just surviving. Like, don't look at the state of our camper right now. We're surviving. I say that like it's bad that we're saying that. We're just surviving. But we are. It's us too. Like, we're the ones that are doing the hard yards right now. It's not actually the kids. The kids are perfectly, like, I say they're perfectly fine when they're crook, but they are warm.
They're not having cold showers.
Yeah, exactly. I had a cold shower the other night because someone decided to turn the hot water.
No way is a kid going to touch that. That is not touching,
not at all.
like,
Not at all.
not in touch.
The hot water system got turned off. So if anybody's going to get crook, it should be me. I should be the...
I must admit, I expected you to get crook.
Yeah. But I've been right as rain. Bloody cold showers in the middle of winter. Love that. Outside. No roof. Love that.
It was cold with the smaller diesel heater.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why they weren't in.
Yeah, well, that's true.
There was a whole time where they didn't come in at all. Because
We
the diesel
wouldn't let
heater it turned at full speed. We were still cold.
Yeah. That was when we had the 2 kilowatts one.
Yeah.
We still slept in the camper at Daryl's parents, and the boys slept up inside because we refused to let them get cold,
Yeah, it was too cold.
knowing that diesel heater was not working at its full potential.
Why we put the bigger one in.
And this is gonna like blow everybody's mind, is the fact that the kids have had RSV and influenza within the last 2 weeks. It was the same when we were actually in a house. Literally got the RSV from kinder. How do we know that? They're plastering signs all over the whole damn facility saying RSV has been in here and COVID has been in here and influenza A is in here, and I think they've got a case of freaking worms at the moment going around at kinder or daycare. We've dodged that one because we haven't been there. And hopefully we have a better sleep tonight, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.
We've had a bit of an evening. Do you want to tell them or do I? We have no topper and
No fitted sheet.
fitted sheet.
Oh yeah, so no topper, no mattress topper, no fitted sheet,
Yes.
no doona cover.
Because our sick child, the second one, that was pretty good, that actually has influenza A, so we're talking about
Hendrix now.
shit in our bed. There's no easy way to say it.
Yeah.
He shit in our bed.
And I knew that he shit in his pants. I was told he shit in his pants.
It was pretty obvious by the pants.
Yeah, by the pants. The pants actually ended up in the fire because there was no coming back from that.
No, sorry, Nan.
Sorry. So we ended up stripping the bed. My mum told me to check the bed, so I did. But I only checked my side of the bed because this is my side and that's where Hendrix was sleeping. I actually didn't check Daryl's side, but right on Daryl's side, like right there, was a stain.
A slider.
Yeah, well, just a stain. And I just was like, what the hell's that? And then I went closer to it and I was like, oh, I was like, that is shit.
So this is when we say that wasn't from Jiggy.
Like, we stripped our bed the night before because Hendrix and Jamo were both in our bed and they're both being crook and I didn't want to get sick, so I thought we'll just change our sheets.
Do the right thing.
And then I was like, I'll do my washing, and Jamo had his appointment at Latrobe today, so we obviously didn't do any washing today. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow.
Tomorrow is
washing
a
day.
dedicated washing day. Congratulations, you get to wash everything in the camper. So that is our, what do they call it? The bottom layer. Mattress protector.
This will be our mattress protector for the night.
It's gonna be nice. It's actually gonna be nice and comfy.
Yeah, and we have to rotate our pillows because the boys have snotted all over. We are kicking goals at the moment.
Love our life. We love our life.
But yeah, that is our day.
Ugh.
We did go to Latrobe today, and we got Jameson's report back from his diagnosis. Thank goodness, it's been a long time coming. So 2 months we've been waiting for this. Oh well, since the assessments and all that started. Been 2 months.
Yeah.
But it's been like
been longer than
it's been over 12 months, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the process started when we seen that doctor, and she said she's been seeing us for 12 months.
So yeah, so just say over 12 months. And but it's taken us 2 months to actually get the report back to say what his diagnosis is. So, yeah. Well, everybody's probably already worked it out by watching our videos and how our little Jamo, our big Jamo,
Our big man.
our big man has a lot of traits and whatnot. So, but he has been officially diagnosed with level 2 autism. So, which is something that we've known for a long time.
No, we've known.
We've known for a long time that he has autism, or some sort of autism, but we just didn't know how far he was on the spectrum. But we couldn't officially say to anybody, like, oh, he's autistic. We had to keep on saying, like, he's undiagnosed autistic. He's got his little traits. He's got his loops that he gets stuck in. He's got a particular way of doing things.
He's our Jamo.
He's our Jamo. Like, he's one of a kind in our eyes. Like, he's
Pretty cool.
a pretty cool kid. But he just gets a bit overwhelming sometimes, and a lot of people don't know how to take that. So that's something that we'll have to work on moving forward with his speech therapy, his OT, dietitian, and then we'll eventually get a psychologist as well. Like, because we've known for such a long time, us as parents haven't really, like, I don't know, we don't really know how to handle him that well. Like, us as parents, like, as his parents, we should know how to handle him because he's ours. But there's just something about it that something just does not prepare you for this, I think.
No, you tend to do a lot of yelling.
Yeah.
And there's no
Me?
reason. No. Not you as in you.
Yeah,
You
like,
tend to do a lot of yelling.
yeah.
And then there's a lot of reasoning that, like, you try and bargain with him. And then 20 minutes later, you're still bargaining with him.
Yeah.
Because there is no bargaining with him.
No.
If they'd come back and said that he's not autistic,
Autistic. Yeah.
it would have been like, that's great. Like, that's good news for Jamo. Sign us up to parent school.
Because,
Like,
we
honestly.
don't know how... Yeah, because we're
Well,
just sort of
clearly
like...
one of us has got problems. It's either
Yeah.
us or him.
Yeah.
Or it's both, technically.
But
The
yeah.
point is, it couldn't keep going the way it is.
No. Like, he's not, like, as bad as this is going to sound, but, like, what sort of life does he have if we're just constantly, as his parents, just yelling at him,
Yeah.
telling him off all the time? So we need help on how to handle him a bit better. So, thankfully, by him getting this autism diagnosis, is that it actually opens up a lot of avenues for us to be able to get some help. Like, we're already gone through the NDIS process. We're currently, like, in the middle of speech and OT for that and dietitian. But now this opens up more avenues for his future that we had no idea about, really. Like, I had no idea about it.
No.
So by being level 2, it actually is a blessing as such, because it does open up a lot more avenues for kids like him.
Yeah.
And
It's a lot more
parents,
accepted.
yeah, and parents like that are out there as well, like they would get a lot of help and a lot of benefit out of all of this too, not just your kids.
Yeah. It's not about just the kids. It's about the family dynamic.
It's been an exhausting day. Poor Jamo, by the end of the appointment, you could just tell he was not interested. When we went into the appointment, we sort of were like, well, I wonder how it's going to go. Is it going to be a good result? Is it going to be I wouldn't say bad result, because it's not such thing as bad.
I didn't actually. I walked in fat, dumb and heavy, let's be honest. I did not let it play on my mind at all.
It played on my mind. I guess because it overwhelms me, because I'm like, I'm with him 24/7. So it's a lot harder on me than it is my love, unfortunately. My love deals with like
I did take him to work with me this afternoon though.
well, you did, yeah.
And then he goes, I'm done now. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go. He's packing up early. We start calling him like, oh,
Shy
yeah.
worker.
Shy worker, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I'm done now. Finished.
I want to go home, Dad. We're going to go play a game of now. Because we're bored. Hello everyone. Shout out to YTD Industries I think they're in Brisbane, but I will double check that. Ordered a hot water cover for our Truma system because everybody keeps on knocking it. I went to have a shower the other night and Daryl had one about 20 minutes before me. I went to go and have a shower. I got in there and literally the water went instantly cold and I was like, what the hell has happened? Why? And then I was like, oh, Daryl's used all the hot water, but he wasn't actually in there for that long. Anyway, I get into the camper and lo and behold, Daryl said, what's the hot water switch doing? Someone had knocked it, so it turned off. So that is a troublesome area. I also ordered the Truma hot water, the cover for outside. I did order the tool to be able to get the cover off because I think one of our clips is broken on like our cover. So it's really, really difficult to get off. So these are 3D printed. I thought that was pretty cool. And it says YTD on the side. And then it's got their website on the side too. It saves us from like cracking it when we try and pull our cover off because it's really difficult because of the broken clips. So now we've got this guy is going to help us a lot. So I'm pretty happy with that. Look at that. It doesn't actually knock. So how cool is that? So we're really happy. So like you can just stick your fingers in there, but then obviously you just pull it, get it off. But how cool is that? That is one thing that stresses us out because we have children, they touch stuff. Boys, that is enough.
I need Titi help.
No, don't pull on Cheeky because you're taking his jumper off.